Check, check. One, two, one, two. Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to I'd say not the first stream of 2026, but I guess the second or the third stream that I'm doing. I took a pause in between, and now we're just trying to get back and had a little time, so I decided to do something. So here we are. In a few minutes, you'll be able to see the details for today's flight and everything that we're going to be doing today. And I'm just trying to get that. So before we start, today's flight is in not exactly collaboration, I would say, but we're going to showcase a few things from a couple of streamers who have been out there, starting with Streamflight. So Streamflight is this really cool software that I came across very recently, and oh, just a second. Fetch sim brief. Why is it not fetching the right thing? Oh, because I've not filed it yet. Oh, no wonder. One second, let me just quickly file this. Yeah, let me quickly file this. And now if I fetch, oh yeah, there you go. Now it should come. And if I enable the overlay, which I'll refresh, yeah, there you go. That's the overlay that's there up there. Okay, perfect. It basically tells you the aircraft type, the call sign that we have, and distance to go. Perfect. Uh, Destination and arrival as well. Okay, not bad. Sweet. So yeah, if you can see on the like just on the top of the screen, basically that's the overlay that I was talking about. So it's basically made by this guy who also live streams on Twitch. His name is Gadget FPV. For those of you who want to like check him out, you can like find him there. Uh, अरे सर आप कहाँ से आए और कैसे आए? I've always been here, man. I've always been here. I just decided to like have show up like randomly today, so I'm sorry I didn't keep up in between. It's just that time was not my best friend. Everything's good, Akash. Hope things are good with you. I see you on cheeky streams here and there. That man's also streaming. I asked him, like, I mean, if he was gonna fly, and I thought we would do the same flights, but he's flying in India, and I had plans to fly this route because I wanted to showcase some nice scenic views into Wellington, and also how nice the 320 is. And also, we're gonna do all SOPs, guys, today. Like, it's gonna be straight up all standard procedures, standard operating procedures, starting from entering the aircraft to um, all the way up till like parking and securing the aircraft. So we're gonna get started with that shortly. So let me just quickly um, get to the sim now. I think you guys can see the overlay as well, so that's good. Audio capture also should be working for for the stream. Hello, Sejal. Now it's nice. We're gonna have a lot of 320 chaps in the chat today. Hopefully, I'm hoping some show up. Like a couple of people from my sim center, some of my batchmates, some people who I trained CPL with, some people who are flying first officers now. Sejal being one of them, and we also have like two captains who are going to be with us on Discord today, both in one of the airlines in India. We don't take names here, but they're going to be with us as well. And alongside with them, there's also a captain who's a line training captain who's going to join us as well. So he's also going to be on Discord. So we're gonna have like a full we're gonna have it. We're gonna try and have a discussion, hopefully, if we can have one. Um, about something about any random topic. On the contrary, to a popular belief, black paint on airplanes is actually lighter and has no effect on cooling and heating. So black paint actually saves fuel. Now, we had Chainsaw, who's also a captain, write this when I initially shared the link with him, and then he disappeared. I am guessing he's doing his I like he's away. He said he will join us later in the evening, so he'll come back. So we're just gonna wait for him. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for him. So that's the reason I just pinned his message over there. Like I just pinned it over there and I kept it so that later when he comes, I'm gonna ask him why he wrote this. I'm sure he just wrote this looking at like our aircraft and yeah, just looking at that, he just decided to write that. Um, Anyways, guys, this is going to be our aircraft for today. We're going to fly the 320. We're going to fly the IE engines today with wingtip fences, no sharklets. And this is an Air New Zealand aircraft that we have here. Quite pretty. And we are at Auckland International right now. This is the Air New Zealand stand at Auckland in New Zealand. It's a really beautiful airport, honestly. Like, oh, how much I miss New Zealand. So yeah, there we are. And the scenery we're using for today is flight beam, both the ways from Auckland as well as for Wellington. And we are expecting some nice, uh, not gusty per se, but not gusty conditions per se, but like a nice smooth flight throughout. And we're gonna look into we're gonna look into an ILS approach into Wellington today. So nothing, no poor orbs or anything like that. The visibility there is quite good, and based on the weather and everything, like there's nothing crazy about this flight. So we're just going to look into the soft parts of things and maybe discuss some failures or maybe just talk about some things from the technique, either the techniques manual or the operating manual. We just find a topic and speak about it. So let's get started. So let's simulate the part where we walk into it. So let's say, yeah, this is actually what it looks like if I walk into the cabin. So if I open this door here, and yeah, so if you see, if you just get into the cockpit before getting in, you open this door. Actually, this feels like I don't know if I'm gonna be this tall, but I think a little more. I might have to bend once I go inside. So yeah, once you enter, we can close it, and then let's get seated here. So once we get seated, we're not going to be on this seat. We're going to be on this seat. We're going to do our CM2 rolls today. So I'm also going to be using FS2 Crew. That is the mod that I have. It's basically it simulates another uh, person in the cockpit, and it's going to simulate like someone who would be seated to my left side who would be performing the other duties. I'm going to be PF on this flight, and the other person is going to be PM. Again, it's an AI, so it comes with like limited like the tasks and things it can perform are quite limited. It is a little limited, but again, it's not really bad. It's very good if you want to practice things or you want to get yourself familiarized with how does like how does it actually work in IRL. Again, none of this is standard. It differs airline to airline. What remains standard is the manual that you have. So remember, always refer the manual that you've got. All right. Yeah. Uh, Let me just put this here, and I just plugged in. Yeah, let me keep that there and leave these at idle. And yeah, there you go. I just plugged in my controls. All right. So starting, so just let's just say we've just entered the cockpit. We're just gonna get started with aircraft setup. So starting with aircraft setup, the first thing you look for is your engine panel that's right here. So you're looking for your engine 1 and 2 master levers off. Your engine mode selector has to be in norm. Coming on to your weather radar here, the weather radar panel. Um, Weather radar and predictive wind shear system off, and your captain display mode selector is off. Your first officer display mode selector is off. Gain knobs and yeah, game knobs can be on calibrate, and displays on auto. That's it. Sweet. Now coming up to your just a second. Why am I getting a call? Who's calling me? Bazinga. Oh, hey man, welcome to the stream. Yo, after long, but hey, so welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. Welcome, Chainsaw. Thanks for coming in. Alright. Now coming up, you're checking the landing gear position. It has to be, the lever has to be down. Coming to the overhead, looking for your wipers, they both have to be off. Now, looking at your batteries, checking for your battery voltages. So the deal here is your battery voltage has to be about 25.5 volts for you to turn your batteries on. If the voltage sits below 25.5, you basically have to charge your batteries, and a charging cycle is basically about 20 minutes, which is required. So in order to charge them, you basically put these both to auto. That's on. Basically, when you put them to on is auto, and after that you put your external power push button to on. So you select your external power, and what happens is then your external power charges your battery. Your GPU charges your battery, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, sweet. So let's do that bit now. Let's look at our overhead and put these on. The anyway is about 25.5, so we're good. So let's start setting up with our overhead. And I do have this FS2 crew AI today, so let's use her and make let's use her. It sounds wrong, but let's make use of her. Let's see how it goes. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Perfect. I hope you can hear the audio. So, all right, I'm gonna, yeah, she pushed that on for me. Then put the crew supply on, turn our ADRs to nav, 1, 2, 3. Then do these flows as well. We need our strobes to be at auto, nav can come on, seat belts can go on, smoking auto, and emergency lights can be armed. Sweet. The rest of this stays the same, the rest of this stays the same. Alright, let's wait for the self test that's happening, which is in progress. We wait for it to finish up, and all our displays will come up one by one from left to right. Perfect. Alright, looking down here, it's going to initialize. Yeah, there you go. ISIS is on. What is the thing? What is this thing on putting off the yellow hydraulic pump off after shutting engines down? Basically, when you shut your engine down, your hydraulic pumps go off. I mean, they don't
I'm out
stay
for the
on.
walk around.
Oh, okay. Damn, I didn't know she says this. So she's going out for the walk around while we sit inside and set up the aircraft. Um, so you don't, as per my understanding and from how much I know, you don't put the yellow hydraulic pump off physically in this aircraft. The only way to do is by turning your right engine off. So you need to understand how the hydraulic system works in this aircraft. So basically, you have three hydraulics. Okay, so they identified by green, blue, and yellow. Now, green, blue, and yellow does not mean that the fluid color is green, blue, or yellow. It's just identifying three lines. Now, yellow is for engine 2. This is what 2 stands for. 1 is for engine 1. Now, if you don't have, basically, if you turn your, so the yellow pump is basically powered by two things. One is it's an engine, there's an engine driven pump. The other one is an electric pump. That's why you see this elect symbol here. Right now, none of it is being used. Like, but if you can turn your electric pump on with this push button that is there on your overhead, like if you see it's right here. So if you turn this on, what happens is the electric pump starts running the hydraulic system, yellow hydraulic system, and you can see that it starts pressurizing it. As as the yellow system starts getting pressurized, the green system starts getting pressurized as well. That's because of the PTU. Now the condition for this is when the differential pressure is greater than 500 psi. Now remember, pressure is in psi. So the minute it detects that the difference between yellow and green is greater than 500 psi, the PTU automatically gets active and it connects itself to the green line, and that's how the yellow line powers the green line. So this is how, and that's when you also get an advisory here saying that your hydraulic PTU, that means your PTU is active and is running, and your transfer is right, like your power transfer unit is on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is how about it goes, and as per turning it physically off, it automatically goes off the minute you put your engine 2 off. So the only other way to turn it on is when you use your electric pump. That's the electric, yeah, pump push button. If you switch that to on, that's the only other way to do it. So now we can turn that off. We don't need it. Remember, on the ground, before you start your engines and everything, you don't really need to use your don't need to turn this on until and unless they need to operate the cargo doors. But the cargo doors can also be operated with like a hand pump, which, and the panel for that is right outside. So yeah, you don't really need to do this unless and until required. Yeah, I hope that basically answered your question. Anyways, our IR alignment will happen in 4 minutes. So let's get to our MCDU now. Now in our MCDU, still let's start programming it. Before that, let me get our flight data that we need for this flight. We also got to look into GSX for today's flight. So let me look into GSX as well. What is this? It's delayed. Why is it delayed? Oh, local time is. Oh yeah, let me change that. Let me change this to third. No, 40. Yeah. Yeah, because I changed the time, guys. Otherwise, it's gonna look like really dark and like shabby. Like we're doing like an early morning departure out of Auckland. Like that way, at least we get to see the beautiful city of Auckland. Hey, Sanku, man, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Yes, it's been some time. All right. Now coming to our MCDU. Before that, let's just see that our flight plan and everything is coming. Okay, flight plan is in. And what else we need? Let's look at our mass balance. As per the flight plan, our required fuel that we need is 6.4 tons. Alright. So yeah, we'll have to refuel a bit. The alternate is Auckland itself. Perfect, that's our alternate. So we're gonna fly back soon. Let's listen to whatever it's telling us and go here and move the aircraft. So I'm going to click on load and I'm going to go GSX boarding and refueling. Now there is a very your streamer bestie is flying today. Yes,
Boarding
I know
requested.
he is.
Please don't
I
load
know he
aircraft
is.
until the fuel truck arrives and ask to
I
do it.
appreciate you guys watching me as well, like whilst watching him as well. Like that's really nice of you guys. Alright guys, let's look into GSX and let's look into the things that GSX has brought to us now, the new features that are there with GSX. Like if you guys know, GSX looks like this now, unlike earlier how it looked. Like this is what it looks like now. They have literally upgraded the features and everything.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Oh, sweet, thank you. No issues on the walk around. That's what she says. So we're gonna listen to her. Alright, it's gonna be
Roger.
almost carrying like a full load of 176.
Fuel truck is in position.
Our estimated weights also. Yeah.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay. Not loading fuel, not doing anything. It's gonna do the loading itself. I think there's, yeah. This guy walked here and he moved it. I don't know, they simultaneously stroked up. Alright guys, this guy's gonna like plug in the knob there, refuel the aircraft by plugging it in, so he's gonna be doing that. So we're gonna leave him to that. Anyways, in the meantime, let's come back to the cockpit now. What we can do is, I am gonna open the tablet here, go back here, and open our Fenix ELD.
Takeoff runway. Takeoff runway confirm. Approach path clear of traffic.
Hey, where is she? Where is she talking?
Cabin crew be seated for takeoff.
What? Really? She's doing the... Why is she doing
Passengers
this?
boarding starting.
1 second guys, 1 second.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
I don't know why she did the flows after that. Oh, wait, let me see.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. There we go. Alright, perfect. Start setting up part is done. Okay. Alright, let's come set up the MCU now. Let's what that way. Anyways, let's come here. Let's look into this. This is going to be our. So this is quite small. So what we do is we go to we look it up in our EMP as we look into this one for a flight plan, so you guys can see it as well clearly. And also at the same time, let me get us on to Elevatex. Today we're not doing any streams on Twitch or simultaneously. I will not be streaming on Twitch for some time. Like, one second. Elevatex is in the tree, that's why it's not start tracking. This here. Alright, there you go. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Oh, there's crazy ATC in India. I didn't know this. It's okay. There's also some weather there, but that's fine. Today we're not looking for weather. We're just trying to get like a nice stream done. Where, yeah, we're just trying to get a good stream done, like nicely in one piece. Alright. Okay, so this is our flight plan for today. So we'll be cruising at flight level 340, cost index of 12, average wind of this place will be 6 knots, 053, and our wind component of plus 5 knots, which is good. Then coming down here, looking at a fuel, we're taking off, as we spoke about it, we're taking a block fuel of 6.4 tons, and roughly going to be burning just 2.3 in that. Hopefully if we don't have to go around and just, this basically is just for one approach, so hoping we don't do any go around. So that's just how much we're going to be burning for a flight time of 53 minutes. Looking at a routing now, we're going to be departing off runway 05 right, and it's going to be a departure by the Police 3 Quebec, and this is our SID that we're going to be following, and this is our first waypoint that we're going to fly to. That's the path. We take an airway which goes to Tapapa, and basically this airway takes you all the way down to Tapapa, which is the start of the star for Wellington runway 34. And we look into the arrival when we get to the arrival, so let's do that there. Alright, now let's come here, let's come to the MCDU and let's basically set that up. So in the MCDU, the first thing that needs to be done, we check our engine. Basically the aircraft model, the engine type that's there, this is correct, and the active database, which is correct as well. It was just updated 2 days, I think 6 days ago, yeah, so that's correct as well. Now coming to init, our init A page, let's request our flight plan data. So our flight plan data is going to come in, and in the meantime let's put in our flight number. There you go. We don't have any company saved in this, so we're not going to use that. The cost index was 12 as we discussed there. Flight level is going to be 340. Our ground temperature is getting that from here. Okay, let's move that. Let's put that from here. It's 12. Perfect. So putting ground temperature of 12 degrees. then go to flight plan, go in the order of how it should be filled. Nzaa, departure, select our runway 05 right, then look into our SID, that's the Polish 3 Quebec, that's the SID that we're getting. Our transition points will be ICBAT, that's it. Yeah, this is going to be our primary flight plan. Then S, that's secondary, copy active, changing the destination to our departure airport in case we need to do a quick turnaround in case of any failures. And let me select here, let me select an arrival as well, stars, approach wires, as well, and leave this there. Let me leave this there. In the meantime, 1 second. There you go. Oh, GSX says, okay, there's an invoice from the Shell PLC available, so we can see this. This is a new feature that's come by GSX, guys. So the Shell Oil Company has sent us like, basically now what GSX does is, this is a new feature that I was talking about from GSX. What it actually does is, it gives you like a fuel invoice, okay, like based on the fuel that you fill in, based on the fuel that you take. Now, it's gonna basically tell you everything with respect to like the provider, that is Shell here, then the receiver, that's at New Zealand Limited, then the product type, that was Jet A1, our total volume, that's 1125 US gallons, and the uplift date, location, method of transfer, everything. And with the we charge $4.59 per gallon here, so a total of 1.25 gallons, that is roughly that's not roughly, that is exactly 3.4 tons of fuel that we filled. So that is what they're charging us, exactly $5,166.51. Oh, where did it go? Oh yeah. 1 second, yeah. That's what it's charging us, and after that 15% VAT, it gives you a total of $5,000.941. It's just crazy. Yeah, this is the new update. I don't know what's the thrill behind this, but apparently there's just something. So yeah, I just wanted to showcase that. Anyways, that being it, alright, so there's a secondary flight plan as well that we put in. Now coming to the secondary flight plan page, let's go to our perf and add our, not takeoff, but we need for the approach phase, so let's fill this in as well. So let's get the weather for our arrival for our departure airport. So departure airport weather is right here. We go here, look for the meter issued 060 at 4 knots, radio 9999, scatter 3000, 4900. All we need is the QNH, temperature, and the winds. So let's get that. So 1023, temperature of 12, and winds of 060 at 4 knots. So let's put that here. And for the minimums that we require in case we have to come here and land, let's open our charts. So we're going to be using Jefferson charts on this flight today. So this is just an extra preparation that we're doing in case we need to turn around and come back and land here again. So okay, this is just that. Alright, so we're going to use a barrel ref of 240. Yeah, we're going to use a barrel ref of 240. Correct. Yeah. Use a barrel ref of 240. So put that here. And we're going to add barrel here. That's it. Now we are ready for, like, basically a secondary flight plan is ready in case we have to quickly turn around and come back. We can quickly activate on each phase and all of that. Alright, perfect. Loading and loading is also getting done in the meantime. Let's quickly have a look at that. Alright, there's just 72 passengers boarded. A cargo is in, fuel is in, perfect. So passengers, another 100, roughly 104 passengers to board. So just going to keep that to that. Let's do the rest of the things. So now coming to our AdNav page, so we have Auckland tuned in here, Auckland VOR, which is already tuned in, ILS for Auckland, which is also tuned in there in the charts. And next thing, so we go to NNP, so we'll get our zero fuel weight and the zero fuel weight CG once we have loaded everyone in, and after that, based on that, we'll calculate our performance. Alright, so once the packs and everyone's loaded in, then we'll get our performance. We have a preliminary data that we can insert for time being, so let's get that. Since it says company message there, we can use that. So let's look into that. So load sheet, not this one, this one. Yeah, so this is the preliminary load sheet that we have for a flight. That's all correct. Takeoff fuel, which is correct. So yeah, a zero fuel weight of 30. Oh no, this is the Mac. One second. There it is. Battery fact. Not this, not this. Oh yeah. So this basically just gives you a non-zero fuel weight at the max. So we're gonna put 60.6 with the Mach zero fuel weight of 32.0, with a CG of 32. So let's put that for now. 16.8 and with that Mach of 32, CG of 32 for our block, which is 60. Yeah, there you go. It's 6.4 tons. So there, and it will calculate my trip fuel, my route reserves and alternate, and the rest of the stuff as well. There you go, we've got our values in. Now for our trip wind, we knew that our average wind component was +5, so that's what we're going to put here. So we put plus 0.05, so we put that here, that gives us a tailwind of 5 knots. And for our alternate, as per the flight plan, we can look that here as well. So for our alternate and final reserves, that is 3.1. Perfect. So let's have a look here. Minimum destination FOB, that's 3.4, which is 0.3 tons more. So for our alternate, we have 2.1, I'd say. So let's put 2.1 here. Our alternate, and our final reserves are 1.1. Put that here as well. Alright, this is much closer, so this makes sense because our final reserves plus alternate has to be 3.1, 3144, so we're going to take that as 3.2 for the higher value. Perfect, that's it. That is pretty much it. So we have, based on the preliminary data, we have set up our MCDU. Now we can go through our flight plan on the plan page and just browse through that and see that it is sequenced properly. After this, we're just going to quickly do a departure briefing based on the flight plan that we have, the SIDs we are taking, the taxiway that we have, the pushback sequence and everything. Alright. So coming to our charts now. So the charts for the SID that we're going to be taking. Alright, so let's go to departure. Quickly go to Polis 3 Quebec, that's the departure we're going to be taking with a transition point at Ikbata. There you go. Alright, so this is the chart for I think this is how we'll be able to see it. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear to everybody. Okay. So yeah, this is a chart for Auckland, New Zealand, RNAV SID, and it was issued. It's effective. It's issued on the 22nd of November, 24-ish. Effective since the 28th of November. Alright. So the SID that we're going to be following is the Polis 3 Quebec. So the SID requires a minimum climb gradient of 4.6% or 4.8%. Basically, this into your ground speed will give you that climb gradient, Just climb gradient into your ground speed. It's going to give you that fuel component that you need to achieve. So we're going to be doing roughly between these two. So that's going to be 700 to 900, which is easily achievable by us today. The initial climb, basically, yeah, let's look into the initial climb. So the initial climb, we're going to track a heading of 051 degrees to M Rock, that's straight out for 12 miles, and then turn right to track 140 degrees to Polis, and then cross Polis at or above 5000. So go to restriction here, go to cross Polis at or above 5000, and then for Igpath, we're going to turn right again from 195 to Limes, and then turn left and go down to Limes. Background of the aircraft is overshadowing. Ah, okay. The audio is very low, the background of the aircraft. Alright, sweet, thanks. Let me look into my audio. Oh yeah, that's because Msfs is quite high. If I decrease that, yeah, if I decrease that, then that should work, and that should basically solve the problem. Sweet, sweet. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, yeah, that being said, we briefed our departure. So, yeah, our minimum sector altitude here for Auckland is going to be 3,400 for the sector that we're going to be flying. We're going to be in this sector of departures, our northeastern departure that we're going to be doing. And they're going to be turning south for Wellington. Perfect. Let's look into our boarding now. Almost done. Yeah, 130 packs, just 46 to go. So in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna quickly do the briefing that I was talking about. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. What is this? Okay, I found it. But yeah, though, I'm glad you like the overlay, man. It basically, so this is one of the modes, okay? Like, this is one of the modes that the overlay has. And why is she putting these lights again and again? I don't understand. Yeah. Alright, these guys are... Oh, these guys are coming walking from there underneath. Oh, this is literally how they do it in IRL also sometimes. Sometimes, not every time, sometimes. So there you go, guys. These guys are boarding the aircraft. So we'll discuss this a little more of the overlay once we get in the air. So the different types, the modes that exist, the different types of modes that exist, we'll discuss that as well. Alright, so coming to our what do you say? So as part of the departure discussion, we did discuss our SIDs. There are no threats that are there on this SID. I mean there are no threats on this flight knowingly, because it's the sim, and if anything that goes wrong is it'll just crash, like crash as in the sim will crash, not the aircraft, because there's no failures enabled unless and until a random failure is thrown, but that'll be the only threat. And the third discussion would be based on the actions to mitigate the identified threats that we have and the strategies to tackle deviations. So we'll do that properly on one of the next streams, where um, we have one of these guys who've been flying on the 320 for some time now, with us on Discord, and we can basically talk about it properly then, so even they know and they'll be a little prepared as well. Like today was a very last minute thing that I decided to do. Alright, so let's quickly have a look at our taxi that we're going to be doing for this flight, all the way for till not all the way, or taxi to a takeoff runway. So this is where we currently are. So gonna push back, then after push back, gonna be pushing back facing west, and then we're gonna make a quick turn on Bravo 5 or on Bravo 6, and then a right turn on Alpha and go all the way to Alpha 10, and that's where we're gonna take off from. And I'm gonna take Alpha 9, gonna make use of the whole runway. So that's gonna be our That's going to be the intersection at, not the intersection, that's going to be the point at which we're going to enter the runway. Next, we discussed our SID. Uh, that's going to be Polish 3 Quebec. Went through a flight plan as well. Um, our first initial altitude that we're cleared for, we don't have ATC on this leg, so we are we're going to go directly up to flight level 340. We're going to follow our constraints though, our constraint of 5000 at or above 5000 at Polis, and we're going to continue the flight. So that is one restriction that we have that we'll be following. And we discussed the MSA for the climb trajectory. That's 3400. We're going to go above it once we turn south. And the extra fuel in time that we have our minimum destination EFOB is as per. Hey, it's gone directly to the fuel prediction page now. Damn. Yeah, we're carrying an extra 1 ton for the time of 30 minutes air time. And in case of diversion, we're going to turn around and come back to Auckland itself. Alright, so that'll be our departure briefing. Uh, yeah, I think for the next 16 passengers, that should be it. So let's quickly go to the HOED, test the APUs. There you go. Sweet. Quickly looked. And let's turn on the APU master switch and put the start switch on. So I think this lady is still there with me. Is she still there? I don't know if she's still there. Let me check. Task FS2 crew. Yeah. Preliminary cockpit checklist. Prelim cockpit checklist. Does she not listen to me? Preliminary cockpit checklist. Okay, she's not listening. The trigger is not working. Okay, never mind guys. FS2 crew is not working today. Yeah, FS2 crew is not working today. I need to see what happened. I did it earlier though. I tested it out. It was working then. But it's okay. It's not like it's gonna disrupt us or anything. We just don't have it. Alright, perfect. Coming down here, checking our final load sheet that we've got, that we've just received. We have a total of 176 plus 177 packs. That's going to be a zero fuel weight of 60.7. So we've got 60.8 there. Yeah, let me quickly make that change there. 60.7 and max CG of 32.4. Alright, there you go. Perfect. Cargo distribution also. Oh, I didn't know it gives you this as well. Interesting. We've never discussed all this on the previous streams and the previous flights. Anyways, it's good to know that we have all that. So yeah, a total, it's going to be a service of 177 packs on board today that we have. So let's calculate our performance now. So let's quickly go to that's the last thing that we have, our departure performance. And in the meantime, yeah, APUs avail, let's come on. Let me turn off the external. Don't want them both to be running simultaneously. Alright, takeoff weight's going to be 66.9 tons, and this is the latest live meter that we have. Winds like at 1 knot, so it's going to be like a smooth departure out of Auckland. And let me hit calculate. It's given me a takeoff for runway 05 with V1 of 153, 153, 154. Flap setting of 1 with a horizontal trim setting of down 0.5, flex takeoff temp of 78 degrees. Damn, it's quite nice. Sweet, a headwind of 1 knot. It's hopefully the 1 knot makes a difference. I'm going to quickly send that to MCDU and then open this on our on our airport, or we'll use the airport chart. This is the airport chart that we have for New Zealand. Again, guys, we're using Jefferson charts that come out of Navigraph for all. We use that for all our streams. Alright, I hope my doors and all are closed. Cargo doors are all closed, right? Yeah. Alright, sweet. Quickly go to the overhead. Put the beacon light on. We're ready for pushback now. So, GSX automatically recognizes that we are requesting for pushback the minute
Hello, Captain. We are ready
we
for
put the
pushback.
beacons on. So it's okay. We don't have fs.crew. Yeah, we don't have that fs.crew today. So we're going to do these two checklists quickly. So cockpit preparation, ear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity 6420 kgs. And seat belts on.
Departure checks completed.
Uh,
Bypass pin inserted.
ADRS to nav. Barref 1023 set my side, 1023 set his side. Before cockpit preparation checklist completed. Sweet. Before start, parking brake. Gonna
Locking
set.
gear.
Takeoff speeds and thrust. We're gonna go here. Hopefully your data's come. Yeah. V1 153, VR 153, V2 154, and flex takeoff temp of 70 degrees. Gonna do a flex takeoff. Windows closed my side, closed on his side as well, and beacon on before start checklist completed. Sweet. Let's go to charts and let's have a look on the ground. Perfect. Alright, so I want to be facing west, so this is the pushback I want. So I'm gonna put that here,
Release parking brakes, please.
and I'm gonna quickly set this frequency to something other than this airport weather data, so that we don't doesn't keep disrupting us. Alright, let's release parking brake.
Commencing push.
Sweet. The next time I plan a stream, guys, we're gonna look into the emergency briefing, and we're gonna look into two failures. One, we're gonna look for
Clear to start engine.
clear to start. Wait, okay. Since we're clear to start now, let's get to that bit. So, alright, beacons on, windows were closed, I checked that. Doors and slide, closed and armed. I know this is the new error that it's emergency exit is just showing up like that with respect to that slide. So I'm just gonna let that slide. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that. My thrust levers are at idle, and park brake is on. Okay, yeah, park brake was on, yeah, before we pushed back. Alright, sweet.
Please set parking
This is
brakes.
also something I want to look into. Anyways, let's set parking brakes for now.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Killer dog, hello baby. Hello man, damn. It's a little cringe you calling me that. Stop here and complete pushback procedure.
Unlocking gear.
We're gonna do that. Alright. We've cleared to start, and we're doing an automatic start, so thrust levers were idle. Mode selector to idle ignition. Wait. I deselected this on top. Yeah. Alright, put that there. Sweet, and mode selector to ignition, and then starting engine 2. Alright, there you go. N2 is increasing.
Tow truck disconnected.
N2
Bypass pin
16%.
removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yeah, igniters come on. Their fuel flow has started. EGT is rising. All this has to happen within 15 seconds. And N1 started. about 50% N1. Start of valve closure starts. The ignition igniter goes off. There you go. Today we're flying the IAE series, so that's why we've got an EPR rating here. So we're not flying the CFM engines because this current livery doesn't have CFM. I think there is a CFM model, I just don't have that one. Oh, I think it's a 321 that's a CFM, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully they come out with the oil engine 2's available. Right forward emergency exit. Master caution. Do right forward emergency exit. This is something I need to figure out. I don't know what is it exactly because it's some new glitch that is there. It is some new glitch that is there. I'm just gonna clear it for time being. Earlier also it was there as something I want to look into. Maybe an update or something has come because there's no way that the door is open. I don't know. I actually don't know. It's some glitch that I'm facing. I need to look into that. Anyway, starting engine 1. Alright, begin your engine 1's spooling up. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, starting engine 1 as I said. Engine 1's also avail. There we go, we have the avail right there. Perfect. Alright, sweet. So for we're gonna do a 2-engine taxi, not a 1-engine taxi. So the after start procedure for all engine taxi, starting with our mode selector to norm, and as PF, since we don't have PM, otherwise FS2 crew was gonna be our PM. Thank God it was like white noise. Thank God it was like white noise here. Oh, okay. I hope this is better then. Since we don't have PM here, as FS2 crew decided to bail on us, we're going to do both the flows. So already put the mode selector to norm. I have the physical throttle here. The next thing we do is we'll put our APU bleed switch to off, and then we'll put our anti-ice, which we don't require on this flight. Our APU masters can come off, and ECAM status, you can check that, all green, all norm. And our nose wheel disconnect memo is not displayed anymore. Perfect. As part of PM, reset our trim, check neutral, basically 0 set of flaps. Then oh wait, set that to auto. Put this on TA and keep this. And flaps, I said that. Pitch trim. We're gonna set. Let me just move this a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna set down 0.5. Yeah, down 0.5. That's done. Oh, my right rudder doesn't work. Huh? Oh, it works. Yeah, it's a little too sensitive. Alright, we're gonna assume that we've got taxi clearance because we don't have ATC on this flight. So, yeah, we don't have ATC on this flight. We're gonna keep the flight plan page on the PM side, and we're gonna just quickly check the flight controls. So, before we start our taxi, so full back, full up, full down, neutral, full left. Oh, there you go. full right, neutral, fully left, full right, neutral. Perfect. And sweet. Assuming my PM does that as well. Let me quickly go on top. Put the taxi lights on. We're good to taxi. And also, that's when I'll call clear right side, clear left side. Again, we're gonna assume that the person does that, like only if FS2 crew was working. And then put the parking brake off. Press the brakes and check the accumulator pressure and call pressure 0. Sweet. Gonna assume that we've got ATC clearance and alright. Oh yeah, missed this bit. Put that on there. That's it. Perfect. And this bit as well. Do that takeoff config test. Yeah, it's not gonna happen because of that door issue. I don't know why the door says it's open, man. This is some new thing that is there's some new thing that is there now. I don't know. I don't know why it's there. Because of that, the takeoff config test won't happen. Right forward emergency exit. Because if you clearly see here, I have a doors page, okay, and this, let's see, ground services doors page. Everything is closed. So I have no clue why this issue is there and this issue persists. But it's okay. We're gonna assume that we're not gonna that ecam's also gonna keep coming and it's gonna keep bothering us. So we're just gonna disregard it, guys. We're just gonna disregard it. Takeoff config is not normal. Takeoff config test is not normal. Anyways, so far that's pretty much it. So we do the taxi checklist now. We have to make sure we're not taxiing too quickly. Go a little slow. Come here, and yeah. Taxi checklist, flight controls check my side. Flap setting config 1+F. And rudders, radar and predictive windshield system on and auto. Oh, we have to turn. We'll turn from there. Fair enough. Engine mode selector normal, and ecam mode takeoff blue. We have blue, man. We can't. The thing is, I can't get rid of that door thing. So let me do this and see. Wait. Let me fail it. Let's do this. What I can do is, I'll fail the right forward door, and as part of failures, okay guys, this is also something that's really interesting for all you 320 folks. I'm trying to sell this product to you so that you guys can all get one sim at your place and you guys can all start flying as well. For those of you watching me on your televisions, for those of you watching me on your phones, really appreciate that. I saw your message just flashed on top here. Thank you so much. Very sweet, man. Yeah, so for the doors, right, forward, which one is it? Forward emergency exit, yeah. Right, forward emergency exit. So it'll be a right wing door, correct? Failed arm, apply. Yeah, forward and aft emergency exit. Perfect. Now I'm gonna clear the failure. See, forward का still अभी भी चल रहा है. I don't know why. What if? Never mind. Because the thing is, we can't get a takeoff config test done if our door is not closed. And honestly, this door is closed from the outside. slide is also, it says it's armed. Once we probably get our aircraft to the holding point there, we'll just look. Close all doors from MCDUs. Oh, okay. Captain knows the fix. Let's try this. Config. Doors. Is that here? Packs and cargo? No. Oh damn, ये भी ऐसे करता है. I didn't know this. Okay. One second. We need to look out and in. Maintenance. Okay. Oh yeah, doors here. Close all. Oh. Okay. Now let me check. Ah, there you go. Takeoff config normal. Sweet. Taxi checklist is completed now. Thanks, man. Oh, thank you. See, guys, see, this is something that you face. That's how you knew it. I have actually never checked out this page, so I had no clue like something like this exists. I had no clue something like this exists. I've always wondered, you know, how have you closed the emergency exits? Honestly, I had no clue this existed until you told me. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Anyways, for all you flyers, we've got some people who've flown in New Zealand, who've done their flying in New Zealand. We're going to be flying into Wellington today. We're going to carry out the nice 3-4 approach into Wellington. It's going to be nice because it's Wellington. I mean, obviously, has to be nice. I chose this as my first stream for today because I was like, I want to do some place where I'm familiar with. I mean, it's not like it matters or anything. Again, Wellington approach is really nice. I have 220 hours in Flight Simulator. I have seen everything. Oh damn! Now are you gonna brag those hours? You're gonna brag those hours, is it? Alright, sweet. We reached our holding point here. We're gonna approach path clear of traffic. Takeoff runways off pitch. Takeoff runway 05 right confirmed. What was I saying? Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah. One second. What's this? Oh yeah. Approach path clear of traffic. Takeoff runway confirmed. Exterior lights. We put them all on. So that's these, this. And strobes on auto, it will automatically come on. Alright, there's a runway. Let's line ourselves up here. Let's use a little brake and let's turn ourselves there. Alright, perfect. Simultaneously, I'm doing so many things. This is crazy. Damn, at this point, some airline should just watch my stream and hire me, man. Like, I'm asking too much. Hello, welcome to the stream, Anmol. Thanks for coming in. Alright, guys. Sweet. We've already briefed our departure. Gonna depart straight out. Turn right, go to Limes, turn right to Ikbat. Alright. This is done. We're good with this. Sweet. Let's increase power there. So let's assume that we've got our takeoff clearance. So we'll do a standard takeoff. So thrust setting. We're gonna set that by announcing takeoff. So increase 50% N1 there. Just roughly just there. There you go. Brakes released. And let's read the FMA. Man flex 70 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Which is there. Thrust set. The next call out at 100 knots. 100 knots. Through 100 knots. Neutralize the stick there. Yeah. Controls have become effective there. That's nice. V1 rotate. Gently pull back on the stick, maintain a 3-degree climb. Follow flight directors, positive climb, gear up. Nav. At this point we can engage autopilot. Let's hand fly though. But before that, let me just set the attitude here. Like, this is a 320, like, it's a fly-by-wire. You just set it there and it's gonna hold itself all the way. There you go, guys. There you go. That's Auckland for you. Main city of Auckland is actually very far from Auckland Airport. Like, this is the whole of Auckland, David. Like, this whole thing. Alright, just there. We reached our acceleration height. Lever climbs flashing. Thrust climb, auto thrust. So now auto thrust is engaged. We'll clean up our aircraft above airspeed. So above airspeed, flaps 0. Speed check, flaps 0. Perfect. Just there above green dot. Engage AP2. Now, a few things to... Oh wait, put my gears up. I had to close this as well. This is why if I had FS2 crew, I had a pilot monitoring to my left side, then I would have had someone doing that bit, you know, doing their bit of things. That way it becomes way easier for me to, like, you know, do my flows as PF. But it's okay, I mean, since you guys know. Oh, didn't put the chrono on. Never mind, my bad. We missed that here. Had to put the chrono on, we didn't do that. It's okay, it's going to be climbing us now. Now, since we are managed, we're doing a managed climb. It's going to follow the constraints that are there all the way up to flight level 340. So the only constraint that was initially there was the one at Polis, which was at or above 5,000, which we've already achieved here. And we're soon gonna start this turn. We're not gonna fly above the waypoint. We're gonna fly beside it. Sweet. There you go. And actually, you know what? We can just go directly to Ikbat. So we're gonna fly directly to Ikbat, because we are above this constraint. We are very clear of our MSA as well. Familiar with the terrain in the area. So we just directly, and honestly we can visually see it. I mean, you can visually see everything around. So let me just go directly Ikbat. There you go. Direct to insert, and it's going to quickly make that turn. Perfect. Sweet, we had a random fluctuating cabin VS there of 1200. It's just a glitch, guys. It's a sim glitch, don't worry. The software is actually really nice, Avi, if you want to like practice anything with respect to the 320. I mean, it's really good. We're done with our acceleration flow patterns as well, and hey Agam, thanks for joining in. Another 320 pilot in the chat. There are too many 320 people watching us today. I love this. So the software I'm using is called Fenix. You can Google this up. It's a A320 simulator that is made by them. It's made for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. It's really nice, guys. Honestly, I get all my knowledge from this. If you have the books, you can literally just open the book, read it, open this up, and do things in the sense, not in a bad way, like do things in the sense like you can physically check things here, like you can like put a random failure, like see what it's like, or through an ECAM. You can basically put all the ECAMs possible. It basically gives you failures for all your ATAs that exist, like literally anything out there. Like you can randomly put any failure, like most of you guys are familiar with all your engine failures and everything. So if you want, you just go to power plant, you can set like an engine failure, you can put a vibration failure, you can put an oil leak, you can literally do whatever you want. Like if you want to put a engine surge, or let's say you want to put a bird strike, so you just click on this, click on failed, and you apply the change. The minute you apply the change, it does the work. If you want, you can also arm the failure, and you can set when you want it. Like if you want that failure above 210, if you want the failure above a certain altitude, above mean sea level, or below altitude above mean sea level, and like you can select an event like V1 takeoff or landing. You can actually practice engine failure after V1 in this very nicely. If you have the set of controls, it makes it even nicer. But if you want to just see how the aircraft handles itself and everything, then that is something you can also, like, like clearly see with the sim. Like you can really see it with the sim. Anyways, we're passing our transition altitude now. So again, 10,000 feet. We're supposed to call 10,000 feet. Again, it's as per like SOPs. If it tells you to, go do it. And then setting standard. So pull, standard cross check, and then push. Alright. In New Zealand, it's at flight level 130. It's at 13,000 feet, and it's flight level 150 onwards. Alright, there you go. That's pretty much it. It's gonna fly us on an econ speed all the way up to, and maintain the climb profile that it has. You can always see it here on your performance page. Tells you that it's doing a managed climb of 288, and it's gonna climb you all the way up to flight level 340, and it's a nice cruise also, guys. Also, we're past 10,000 feet. We close the landing lights and put the seatbelt signs off as well. Sweet. But this is Phoenix for you. I hope I sold it well. I want to sell it to as many people as I can. Like, that's the whole point of this. I identify as a Boeing boy, not an Airbus. What's that emoji that you have used there? Like, what is that emoji, man? It's a family-friendly chat. Some will call it peach. Some will call it plum. I say otherwise. Okay, that's a lot of talking I did there. Alright, yeah, I'll actually copy active a little later once we set up our descent. Alright, so the next time I do a stream, I have a couple of things in mind that I want to do. Like, we'll discuss some emergency briefings that are there, in case you have an engine failure before V1 and failure after V1. If you, are going to call a rejected takeoff, and if you're going to reject takeoff, and we're going to discuss how to handle turbulence. We're going to go through the QRH for the abnormal emergency procedure. Under miscellaneous severe turbulence, there's a whole procedure to it. Then what else? Like, we're not going to do all of this together. We're going to do like bits and pieces of it, and we're going to try and make as many stream videos from that. Like, again, that's something I have to like sit and edit and everything. So, oh yeah, as part of the cruise briefing also. So for every phase of flight, there's like a briefing that's done as per what I understand, and the things that are discussed in that briefing. For example, in cruise briefing, usually the pilot flying, like, correct me if I'm wrong. There are some captains who are watching the stream as well, so correct me if I'm wrong. And you 320 rated guys as well. The PFL basically usually brief on engine failure, drift down strategies. That's basically using a standard or an obstacle strategy. If pressurization failures, your operational threats, such as, for example, your operational threats will be your terrain, weather, and the operational procedures that you will apply in case of certain special airspace rules, or in case you have a communication failure, etc., etc. So we look into like different briefings that exist, and we look into like how these take place, when these take place. Again, not all at once, but like a stream particularly for that. And in the meantime, I'll also get like an FSI panel so that we can reposition ourselves at places and like just do what is required. We'll do something like that. In the meantime, on Discord, we have Captain Zulu, who's I think AFK. He may come later, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's gonna come later. Anyways, 10,000 feet to go for my final cruise level. So what we can do is let's look into the weather. Let's look into our arrival. Let's look into our approach at Wellington. We have quite some cruising to do. It's not a very long flight, guys. If you look into this, our destination, we're gonna arrive at UTC. Our UTC time of arrival is 2041. So that's roughly, yeah, it's like 37 minutes from now. So in half an hour. So in half an hour, let's divide that into 10 and 10 minutes. So 10 and 10 minutes being 10 minutes for our approach briefing. And let's look into the charts and everything and prepare ourselves with what we have to face. So coming to all, let's go to Wellington now. Let's look into our arrival. So our planned arrival given to us is called Tapapa. It's more like it's Papa, like T is silent. Papa 3 Charlie, so that's the arrival we're doing. So let's look into that. Alright, so this is Wellington, this is where we are landing, okay? Like, this is the arrival coming from the northwestern side, and from the southwestern side, we are coming from the northeast. So we're gonna come via Tapapa, there you go. So, starting from the title here, this is confirming it's the chart for Wellington runway, Wellington RNAV stuff, Wellington in New Zealand, RNAV star, effective since the 23rd of May 25, and it's the chart for Wellington. We have departure ATIS of 1269er, and the navigation requirement is Nzaa-Nzwn, GNS are required, we comply with all of this. All set is in hectopascal. Inches on required, transition level of 150. We are aware with all of this as well. The airport elevation is 41 sea level, and 2 minutes prior to the oceanic and continental FIR boundary, contact Christchurch Control 1237, reporting position and level. No ATC today, so we're good with this. ATC will issue appropriate star transition, descend via star, transition to ATC cleared altitude. If unable, RNAV expect radar vectors or alternate routing. So we have RNAV today. We're going to use RNAV, and we're going to be coming from Tapapa. So Papa 3 Charlie. So at Papa 3 Charlie, there's a hold in case we have to hold in case there's traffic or we cannot maintain our restrictions along the the altitude restrictions all the way that are there to our initial approach fix, which is going to be, yeah, we're going to be using Ripa. Mida is for this one here. Ripa is the one we're going to be using, and we're going to come in and land at 3-4. And oh yeah, nice approach. We'll be flying around the city of Wellington. I don't know if we'll get to see it. Short flight heck, yeah, it's a short flight. It's like pretty much 30 minutes of airtime, 35 minutes of airtime. I prefer doing flights like that. I cannot do long cruises in the sim sitting here at home. It's very depressing. Alright, so this is the star that we're going to be following. We're going to start at coming down here. So for the Power 3 Charlie at 150 to Bruda, then 149 to Pekpu. Cross Pekpu, that's the restriction we have at or above 11,000, and all the way down to the waypoints at or above 9,000, again down to 7,000, and cross Ripa between 7,000 and 3,000. 3,000 is the lowest altitude we can go to, so that's what we're going to be picking for this for the star, because we're going to eventually descend to 3,000 feet, and you will know how. There's a speed restriction of maximum of 240 knots. So that's what we'll comply with, we'll follow. Also applies to us, we are Cat C aircraft here. Remember to check the category, guys. You don't want to be doing an approach for a category that you are, like, you don't want to be picking up a star for a category that you are not. Otherwise, you won't be able to comply with it. It's made for an aircraft based on your size and shape. So, and based on your approach speeds, mainly based on your approach speeds. So, remember that. Alright, we have an RNAV approach here for 3-4. There's no IL. Oh, there's no ILS for 3-4. Okay. Well, that's alright. We'll do the RNAV for. We do the RNAV X-ray, the AR approach that we're going to be doing. Let's do that for 3-4. It's a nice turning approach that we do, and we're going to be doing this all the way from Ripper. Again, starting from the top, RNAV X-ray, runway 34 AR approach. And AR basically means authorization required. You need to be authorized for this approach to do these kind of approaches. And this is like a new approach that's recently come into Wellington. You can see it was issued on the 13th of March 26, and it's been effective since the 19th of March. So this is quite a new approach. We never tried it before. Never done this one before. I've only done the ILS on 1.6. I've done the RNAV Zulu on 3.4. Like, this is the one we usually do. Even during training, this is the one once I had attempted. But yeah, like, you basically come here and then it's like a long final from the waters into it, and then you just come short, call missed approach, go around and go back to your base. Like, we wouldn't roll. Like, it was, I think, a very few people who landed at Wellington from my flight school who I know of. So yeah, like, I have only overflown Wellington, and I have shot this approach and gone around. Like, I have not landed at this place. That's pretty much what I've done here. I was at least lucky enough to shoot an approach here. Like, not land, but just carry out the approach. It's okay, I landed at Christchurch in a 152. That's a whole different story. But yeah, coming here. So we're gonna departure 8 frequencies, Wellington approach, tower frequencies, ground frequencies. Then the final approach course, a FAC of 340 degrees. Our minimum at our final approach fix, sorry, not our minimums, our final approach fix at 1600. That's Sulab, this waypoint here. And our decision altitude, refer to minimums we'll get from down there. Airport elevation, again saw this. Our MSA that's there, we're going to be coming from this side. Alright guys, so 4800 and then 5400. It's got to be clear of these hills on the right side. Familiar with the terrain here, so I know how to carry it out in case of missed approach. So let's look at the plan view first. So we're going to come from Ripper, gonna continue this, follow these track points, all the way, these waypoints all the way to Sulab, and then carry out a straight in. The side view of this the side profile of this approach is at Wellington. That's that's Whiskey November 412, a max of 210 knots. We're going to be completely established by the time we reach this waypoint, like fully configured, full flaps, and flying a VAP all the way from here all the way to our missed approach point at 410, and sorry, at 300, not 410. And because we're going to use a missed approach climb gradient of minimum 2.8, I want to say, or 2.8%. For those of you who don't know why we choose this, we will have a discussion on this as well. It's quite interesting actually. These values are not just mentioned for no reason there. And yeah, we're gonna go around. In case of a missed approach, we're gonna go to off-good, max of 185 knots. Non-jet aircraft, maximum 170 knots. And if unable, we'll advise ATC we don't have anyone. Then track via the RMP AR missed approach to 504, and then mandatory 3000. So climb straight up, and then climb up to 3000, and then up to Whiskey November 504, and then expect radar vectors. We'll just vector ourselves, so let's hope there's no go arounds that we have to do in this approach, and we just carry out a nice smooth approach straight on. Alright, we've already briefed our charts, so let's come here. Not bad, we're reaching our top of descent soon. Oh nice, mark and all cruise, sweet. We're gonna reach our top of descent soon, so let's quickly set up our approach. So flight plan, gonna select our approach, go to arrivals, go select our approach that we're gonna carry out. We're gonna do ARNA 34 X-ray, and we're gonna do the Papa 3 Charlie, that's the one. and we're gonna do a Y. We're gonna go via Ripper. There's it. Then go flight plan, go plan, and then quickly just browse through. Oh yeah, I zoomed out a little too much. Alright, go through it. Sweet. It looks in sequence and nice. You see that curve as well. Perfect with the constraints as well from 3000 to 1600, and that's where our FDP final descent point is also there with the 3-degree descent angle. So we're going to apply insert that. Come to our AdNav page. Don't have any LS frequencies here, nothing to put. We're not doing an ILS. Go to a progress page. On a progress page, this is very important, guys. You need to know your recommended max cruise altitude. That is computed by your FMGS, which tells you it's based on your weight. Yes. So this is something you do need to check as part of your cruise. What do I need to do here? Yeah, I just need to put the approach runway here. 3, 4. Gonna add that here. Gives me the bearing to and distance to go from my waypoint. Next thing, go performance. Next phase. Alright, let's catch the weather for let's get the weather for Wellington. So arrival. Let's refresh this. Retrieving weather. Alright, there you go. We've got our latest meter for Wellington. It is 010 at 18. Good visibility, broken at 1700. Nice. Okay, not too good, but okay. Yeah. Let's insert all of this in. So a QNH of 102014 and our wins. So 1020. Oh shit, sorry. 1020. 14 is our temperature, and our winds are 010 at 18. There you go. Set 18 in here. Okay. Next thing, our barrow that we had, which we discussed as per our charts, was 300. Perfect. Gonna put 300 right there in the barrow. I'm going to do a flap full landing, so I'm going to save that here. Yeah, perfect. Gonna perf, then come to a fuel prediction page over here. So in order to get our landing weight, this is what you do. I'm sure some people know this. I'm just going to tell you again. It's based on your zero fuel weight that you have, and your EFOP based on what it will be when you reach Wellington. So currently my EFOP 4.1 and my zero fuel weight is 60.7. So total of this will give me 64.8. So let's calculate our arrival performance. New Zealand, Wellington, runway 34, conditions dry. When this is the latest meter, and landing weight 64.8. Oh shit, 0.8. Yeah, perfect. 64.8. And yeah, it's currently going out. Our LDA is only 1947, so we'll need some medium auto brakes, some max manual, max reverse. Oh shit, we are heavy, man. We are heavy. What if we are 63 tons? Yeah, if we are 63 tons, that means we'll have to burn a ton of fuel. Okay. Because 64.8 is pretty much 65. So we'll have to do max manual braking. And auto land, no, we're doing manual landing. gives us barely any margin of like the required is. It gives us a margin of 400 meters, but again, we have strong headwinds here, so hopefully, and there's like a crosswind of 7 knots. Let's see what the approach is like, but we have to do max manual braking, max reversers. So, just the things that we have to keep in mind is reverse, like disengage those reversers at 70 knots. We don't really do that usually. When I fly on the sim also, I don't, like sim as in here only, I don't do it. Gotta follow that, let's try and follow that. Alright, set the approach page, a fuel prediction page also was checked. We calculated our arrival performance as well. Secondary flight plan. Let's go to our secondary flight plan and copy our active based on what we just made. Yeah, in case we go around and we need to have, if we reach 3.1 tons of fuel, we have to make it back to Auckland. So we're going to carry out another approach if we can. If not, we're going to go back to Auckland. So we're not going to actually do that. Like, we're going to try and like land here only. Alright. So 14 miles to go for our top of descent. So our first descent point of, as per the star, was 11,000, which we saw earlier. So I'm going to check this. So Tapapa. So I'm going to set us up for 3,000 only. Actually 7,000. No, actually 3,000. Yeah, actually 3,000. We would want 3,000. So we'll set us up for 3,000 only. So there you go, 10 miles to go. Resetting our altitude on the FCU. Hopefully the ATC, by now the ATC will give us clear within 10 nautical miles, within 5 nautical miles the ATC will clear us for a descent. It's a put it on the piano keys day. Yes, it is. It definitely is. Seatbelt signs, put it on there. Because what it is in lever climb. Oh, it moved a little bit, is it? Oh, not a little bit, it went to idle. Okay. It's okay. Alright, put that seatbelt signs on there. Assuming we advise cabin now. We already discussed our performance, landing performance. We've discussed the weather, the airfield, the fuel that we had, extra fuel in case we have to hold. We don't have to hold, there's no traffic here. The star we are following, the routing on it, constraints, transition level, MSA. Then for the approach we saw the nav frequencies which we required. In this case we're doing an RNAV approach. So we're good. Approach and minimas were discussed. Looked into the obstacles on the chart. I'm familiar with it, I've done this approach before. We looked into the go around procedure, runway length, based on the runway, based on the LDA, we fulfill the landing distance required. We fulfill our, sorry, wait 1 minute, let me just descend here, mass descent. Like as Chainsaw said, we need to put it on the markers, like on the piano keys. So we'll fulfill this within the LDA that we have, and after landing on a turn right onto the taxiway and taxi to the terminal. Sweet. That's pretty much it. That's all we need to know. So 10,000 feet, we're gonna put the landing lights on, put the LS switches on. No, in this case we don't need LS switches. We'll have VDEV, LDEV. No, we'll have VDEV. What's the other one? I think it's LDEV. Basically those deviation bars that pop up. Alright, let's keep the progress page open. It shows a vertical deviation that needs to be followed. Right now we're on profile. Yo-yo's in the center, we're good. So So we're going to do an early stabilized approach in this case, where we're going to breach our FAF, that is a final approach fix, in the landing configuration at VF, that is full flaps at VF, and just got to make sure our VAP is entered as a speed constraint. So let's yeah, just there actually. Our VAP for today is 140. So just at this point here, yeah. Just at this point here. Put 140 there. That's where the 3-degree approach, the 3-degree descent will start. Oh no, it's gonna, oh, it's starting here. Oh shit, my bad, okay. Yeah, it's starting here. My bad. Speed constraint of 140 there. Perfect. Hey. Speed error. Yeah, no shit, there's an error. Okay. It's okay, we'll why is it giving me an error? I set the speed constraint. I think it's unable to follow because it's unable to follow because at Ripa I need to be 180 or something. I'll try. Yeah, I'll be like green dot at Ripa. Let me just quickly see. So we need to be established by this waypoint here. Yeah. Where is 411, 412? Yeah, 412. So at Ripa need to be max of 240. So I have to be green dot here and then start configuring ourselves by 412. At 412 is our initial fix. That's where we start that descent. Okay. Perfect. Oh, just there. Just there. So wait, we just passed it actually. Oh yeah, guys. If you guys see that mountain there, that's Taranaki, one of New Zealand's highest mountains. It's quite a pretty trek, honestly, onto that. Then there's also one more there. Those ranges there, and after that, it's everything is in the South Island, where you have Mount Cook and everything. Like there, you can see it. On a clear day, you can see it like from. Honestly, on a clear day, you can see the ends of New Zealand. Like if you just go to like 9,000 or something, you can literally see the ends. Sweet. Is there anyone on Discord? Perfect, okay. There's a... Damn, there are a lot of people going to... Oh, everyone's left from Pune going to Bangalore. Crazy. I might just do this off stream, this flight off stream from... not Pune maybe, but... no, probably just find a place and we'll just take off from there and do it. Damn, this is crazy news. Iran arranges for a marriage of 100 couples. Wild. Damn, man, what is happening, honestly? Crazy stuff. Alright, sweet, our first constraint of 110. Achieve that. Require more drag. Not anymore. I guess, yeah, we do. We need some more drag. So we can cut a little bit of that lift and increase that ROD. There you go. Also, there you go, guys. Tapapa is just parallel to Wellington, so you can like see it as you are coming in. It's just parallel to Wellington. This is Wellington right there. I believe it's just here. It's in the clouds. That's the South Island. So if I terrain and you just have a look here. Yeah, this is Wellington. It's just behind the clouds there. And the Rose Nav. Does it give me a 360 view? No, it doesn't. That'll be a nice question though for the exam. Yeah, so we're gonna fly exactly between the North and the South Island. This being the South Island, this being the North Island. Speed, perfect, okay. We can get rid of the speed brakes there. Passing 158, we're on profile. Right, sweet on profile here. There were no clouds, then we will be able to see. Yeah, we can see a little bit of it. Not exactly. Not exactly. थोड़ा थोड़ा दिख रहा है. That is the in gadget. It is the content show. Right there, transition, passing the yeah, we're already at 11. Okay, setting QNH. We're set 1021. More drag. Need more drag. I can't leave my eyesight of this. Yeah, 500 feet high. That's okay. We can make up for it. Setting a speed brake arrests that lift, gives you, and you can easily achieve that rate of descent that you need. Okay, next constraint is on 9000. Okay, we set 3000 there. Perfect. We're going to see how well managed mode performs today. There you go. We can see the mountains, the clouds. Clouds looking really nice. So sweet, man. People are watching this on their TVs. Like, how nice of y'all. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Alright, just about there. We can activate approach phase. So that we're below 10,000 now. Yeah, let's activate approach phase. 20 nautical miles also. Okay, we got a VDEV, LDEV here. We're on profile. And it's gonna reduce us to green dot now slowly. Let's we have time anyways. We've also following the speed restriction of 240. That's perfect. In case of go around, a go around altitude is 3000. Perfect. Don't have to change that at all. We can just leave that to that. Sweet. There you go. 7000. It's gonna keep that. Oh, we've got a company message. Sweet. Let's quickly check that. Atsu. AFC menu. Receive messages. ANZ Ops. Send ADC for 15 minutes. See ADC delay card on company tablet. Allocate as per operating manual to. Damn, man, the realism in this gets crazy. The realism is crazy in this. Anyways, now I'm gonna go through what's a stick sheet of cloud here. And below 10,000, yeah. We didn't do those flows. We forgot to do those flows. Yeah, we can also do our checklist. That's our approach checklist. Barrow ref 1021 set both sides and the ISIS. Seat belts on confirmed. Minimums 5. How much was it? 300. Barrow 300 set. And auto brake. You use medium and then max manual. Oh shit, yeah. Gonna use medium, then max manual, and engine mode select as required. Gonna be norm position only. Right, approach checklist completed. Sweet, through 5000 there, and we're turning into our first waypoint. That's Whiskey November 411. Let's start setting ourselves up. Hit approach as well. We get final lap. Perfect. We'll need some speed brakes here. To reduce our speed, we'll be maintaining 140 weight. Does the LS switches do anything? No. Alright, I can reduce the range also a little bit there. Let's put terrain on that screen and remove terrain from here. It's a little distracting, not gonna lie. Sweet, secondary, we've copied active. Let me just quickly check that. Okay, we've copied active, perfect. Alright, just there, below air speed, flaps 2, gear down. Spoilers, put these lights on. We put off takeoff the minute we are on finals and get that can give use that as this thing where we're like, okay, we've got a takeoff clearance. Sweet, 3000. And just there at 412 we're gonna start descending beyond 3000 all the way to our minimums. Perfect. There you go, descending, speeds reducing as well. We're supposed to be flying VAP by here. By 412, it's okay. Just reducing speed.
2,500.
We need a little spoilers there. There you go. A little more drag and there you go guys, we're gonna make this nice turn in. If we look outside, that's Wellington. That is where we are going to land. And just there, full flaps. Yeah, no tings. Sweet. Alright, wait, we need to add 50 to our barrow. Do that here. So add 350. All pilots off. Actually, we take manual control like at 900 or something, at 1000 feet. We need to be established. We need to be stabilized. So we take manual control just a little after that. Spoilers over. Sweet. We fully set up. Let's do our landing checklist. So landing checklist, ECAM memo, landing no blue, landing checklist completed. Sweet. Put this chart on active here for the airport. To just turn right. 3-4. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Sweet. I have the runway in sight. Okay, there's something happening to the airspeed around here. Damn, man, I've never seen it go that. It's like crazy fluctuations. Yeah, stable. So let's take manual controls. So all pilots off. FD is off. Bird on. Track set 340. So we got a bird there. Just gonna maintain that profile. We have visuals actually, so we can just look outside and fly. Wait, let me set that camera. Coming in for finals now. Sweet, 2 whites, 2 blues.
500.
Checked.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue. Oh, 1 second. I should increase the sound for this a little. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
$100. 50, 40, 30,
Oh no.
20. Retard. 10,
sensors engaged. Max manual braking. 70 knots, reverse idle. Sweet. Not bad. Let's continue taxi and vacate. Alright, just there. Our ESI is fluctuating weirdly. Okay, just let's slow down below 10 knots and let's start the turn there. Perfect. Let's vacate there. Lights can come off. Taxi lights on. Radar and predictive windshield system off. System off, and this also goes off. And let's clean up the aircraft. Pull all flaps. And this plane taxi is really quick on. These IE engines are too powerful. Oof. Not bad for an approach into Wellington. Really not bad. My. I pulled a cheeky in a way. Let me just quickly see. Oh, nice. 144 feet per minute. And damn, we need to brush up our landings, guys. Can't be performing like this in the Sims. Not too bad though, I'd say overall. Let me quickly taxi to a stand now. Alright, in the meanwhile also do off landings. Radar and predictive windshield system off. Off landing checklist complete. Sweet. Let me taxi to... What gate can I choose? We'll go to the left side. And we go for 2-5, yeah. Yeah, let's go for 2-5. Oh shit. Just there. And our integrated system is come on. You just have to follow indications onto that. We can put our taxi lights off there. Oh. There you go. So, to go a little right. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Just there. To the left. Slow down a little bit. Keep following that. To the right. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Perfect. On the markers. Sweet. In the meantime, my APU's coming on. Damn, not too bad. We got a landing rate of 144 feet per minute. That's not visible to you guys, but if you were streaming on Twitch, then definitely would be able to see it. Managed descent was good, really nice today. Like we had, there was I think just a little bit of weather just before entering Wellington. After that was chill. More 1 minute on the clock, 30 seconds to go more on the clock. Then we can shut our engines. Need to make sure that you have that 3 minutes of idle time before you shut it to ensure engine cooling. Damn, I completely forgot to share it. But yeah, I need to do another stream as well. Need to do another stream soon. Not exactly the type of landing I expected on this one. You've gained a customer, bro. I'll be building a sim for myself too. Good man, yeah. As a spirit, I'm so glad you will be. Perfect, Agam. Looking forward to building it for you. It'll be fun to do it also because you're in Delhi, so it's not too bad to like sort what do you say sort parts and everything. Anyways, clear to cut. Clear to cut engines. Turning engines off. Bleed can come on, so the packs can keep going. And just there, commence deboarding. And that's beautiful Wellington for you. My. It's a nice approach, honestly. I just screwed up on touchdown. Like just the final bit there. Had to continue that rate of descent. Like remember guys, Wellington runway is not completely flat. Like there's like a bit of an upslope just at the touchdown zone, and then it goes down and it goes up again. Like that illusion is something everyone falls for, and honestly at night, oh, that's something you don't catch easily. But anyways, it was nice to have Chainsaw come in the chat. A couple of you other guys also show up. Everyone who watched me on the TVs, thank you so much for watching. It was really sweet of all of you. Why is deboarding not starting? Oh, requested
Boarding requested.
Oh sweet. Did I just get a follow? No, I think I got a subscription just now, but I have no clue. My alerts on my streams work, but again, I've not integrated them with my OBS, so it's tough to say if I got something. But let me see who did it. Let me just quickly check.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Let me quickly see. Oh, Arjun. Oh, Arjun, just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, Arjun. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, sweet, sweet. Good to know. At least my alerts work. At least my alerts work. But yeah, I'm glad at least I could sell Phoenix to someone today. But also the guys who are here on who are also watching me on Twitch simultaneously, like for you lot, or most of you flight simmers over there, just just know that the overlay that's available that you guys see, it is available on flightsim.to, and you can get it from there. It's a direct straight up installation. It's very straightforward. And also make sure that you drop a shout out to this guy who built it. His name is Gadget FPV. A huge thanks to him. It was him who shared this across with me, and I was able to showcase it on my stream today. So for those of you who were there who were watching that, use that, drop in a review. I've also shared it across my Discord, and everyone else who was here watching, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'll be doing another stream soon. Hopefully I have a few days, I believe. I don't know how much time I have at my hand. Guessing I do have time, so I'll be utilizing it to do some more streams, and we'll discuss whatever I spoke about during the flight on that next stream. And I'll make a couple of shots from this stream, and we can use that for I'll be using that for like some videos, because we showcased our GSX um, options as well. Oh, we've got an invoice already. Oh, this is how they have made this now. It's damn cool. Okay, 1 second. Customize admin. Yeah, there's an invoice by them as well. Okay. Oh, there's a ground handling receipt that comes as well. For 176 passengers, that's $9 per pax. Pushback service for a 77-ton max takeoff weight. Yeah, that was us. And jetway connection fee, jetway operation time. This is really crazy. Damn, I did not know that you get a ground handling receipt as well. So in total, we've got 2 receipts today. One is sitting at 1,600. One is sitting at 2,800, and fuck, that's a lot of money, dude. Damn, I don't know how this shit works. I don't know how they. I really don't know what's the point of this. It'd be nice to have these guys on Discord and discuss all of this with them, but looks like people called it in early today, and it was a very last-minute thing. Otherwise, me and my gang, we sit here, we have a nice discussion happening. It's very nice to hear all these guys, especially the inputs and insights they have to give. Like really, the things that they have to say and they have to give, like the knowledge they have to share, is really good. So next time I will. Oh, there you go. We can see our cabin crew there, and the packs walking out. So next time I'll try and get all of them on stream. Today we had few in the chat. We had Chainsaw, we had some other pilots. A few of my friends also were there in chat, and everyone from Cheeky Stream as well. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that as well. So just stay tuned. I mean, if you have been subscribed yet, I'd say subscribe. But I just want people to learn something from you. So it's nothing about donations, nothing about all that. Like, because my channel's not even reached there, and I don't aim for that. I just like doing these streams for just for the sake of me wanting to share things that I know. I do monetize on Twitch though, so for those of you who watch me on Twitch, just remember, every ad that you are watching, you can skip that ad by subscribing to me. But again, I wouldn't want you to subscribe, because anyways, I mean, I make that fair share of money there, like, which like I make it either way. Like, even if you subscribe, you don't subscribe, so it's all good. But yeah, let's see how YouTube picks up. I just want to develop an audience on YouTube, starting with at least some pilots in India. But yeah, the main focus for today's stream was just showcasing Gadget FPV's overlay, the new features from GSX, and the lovely A320 and how she flies. And I'm glad we were able to achieve all of that, so yay. Anyways, I will see you guys now on the next one, and stay tuned. If you're my friend, you will get an instant update by me. If you are on my Discord, you'll get an update on my Discord. The links are all in the bio in the description. You can follow, hit me up, whatever. How that works, how they say it. And yeah, on that note, I'll be ending the stream and I will see you guys next time. Right then.